Hi guys! So I just finished creating this look. I chose to do this because I'm kind of having some watery eyes lately. In my area, it's really switched to full summer mode with the weather. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit unpolished, not quite, you can slay without being perfect wing liner and things like that. So if you want to learn how to do this kind of smoky navy eye, go ahead and follow the rest of the video. One thing I am going to interject with here real quick is that actually something I'd like to start doing is sharing my favorite fragrances. Today I am wearing La Vie est Belle. This is from Lancome. You guys might have seen the advertisements with Julia Roberts. They actually made a really bold move in minimizing the amount of photoshopping from the first press release, which was really cool on their part. But this one is actually Iris is the top note, so it's going to be really light floral. What's interesting about it is it goes immediately into a deeper patchouli. That is technically the middle note, but I think like right away you get that warm smoky essence. And then finally it finishes with a gourmand blend. That is something that I actually had to look up. It's a really interesting term, and it means just anything that you would eat, any of those yummy vanilla, honey, cocoa type flavors. That's the finish, and what it creates is something that is at the same time light and refreshing, but also deep and comforting. So that's what I'm wearing today. I really like it, and keep watching if you want to see how to do this look.
I started off primed and ready to go with concealer, and then I went in with the blending side of my brush from my Vice 4 palette in the shade Framed. I started in the crease just to kind of build a neutral color to blend with. Next, in the shade Bitter, I added more in the crease, again to keep building a transition. I did make sure to bring it clear into the inner corners, and since this was supposed to be kind of a messier look. And then I smoked out the lower lash line as well. Next, with the Celestial Powder from my Kevin Aucoin Art of Contouring palette, I softened the edges of my transition shade. I then added more Bitter, and then re-soften the transition shade. This look was a lot of adding and blending to get the right amount of color intensity as well as softness around the edges. Next, I went in with the shade Midnight from MAC's collaboration with Star Trek for their 50th anniversary, and a small little brush from Eco Tools. I packed the color towards the outside of my lid and then swooped it under to create a V shape to kind of accentuate the outer eye. I had a lot of fallout issues with this look, but luckily that's pretty easily cleaned up with some eye makeup remover afterwards. That's why whenever I do a darker eye like this, I tend to do my face makeup afterwards. That's not a new trick or anything. I think everybody knows about that, but just kind of something I do. Next, I went in with actually my face powder, which is the Estee Lauder Doublewear Stay in Place powder, and I did that with the blending brush as well, just to again soften those lines. Next, in the shade Strike a Pose from MAC, I went into the inner corner of the lid. Usually in that area, I would apply a lighter color to make the eyes look brighter and wider. But again, since kind of the point of this look is my eyes were runny and watery, nothing was going to stay photo perfect if I did follow the rules, so to speak. I just went ahead with something deeper there. I followed with the shade Nova from the B&H Supernova palette right in the middle of my eyelid. That's kind of to create almost a halo effect, but really just adding a lighter color in the area you want to look widest. You know, basic shade and light contouring kind of rules. And then I went in with that Midnight again to darken. Like I said, a lot of this look was darken and shade away and dark and blend away, and until I got exactly what I was looking for. Major fallout with both of these blue powders again. I used the Mary Kay, I made a dumb face, I used the Mary Kay eye makeup remover just right under on my cheekbones and everything. And then I went ahead and wiped that away with a Q-tip to kind of create the shape that I was looking for my eye makeup. Same thing on the other side. And then again with that face powder. And I felt like I had kind of taken away too much of the color, so I added a little bit more again. And then with that Celestial powder from the Kevyn Aucoin palette, I did some blending, but with the goal of highlighting my brow bones this time. Sometimes when you're working with a dark shadow, even if you've blended it enough, it can leave a gray cast in the upper part of the eye. So I think that using a highlight powder kind of takes that away. I did Strike a Pose by MAC, again just on the inner part of the eye and actually focusing on the inner lash line. And then just to intensify the color. And then again with my Celestial powder, I highlighted near the brow bone. And then again with my face powder. I got to a point with this look where I just couldn't blend it enough, but then I was losing color just due to the amount of blending I was trying to do to make an even transition. It ended up being what I wanted from it, but it was kind of a process to get there. And then I did some, not quite final, but pretty close to final, intensifying of color. And then again with some highlighting and blending. Finally, I took the shade Deadbeat from that Vice 4 palette, and I really added some depth of color towards the outer part of my eye. I think this is what ended up pulling everything together. And then just a basic black eyeliner. I happen to be using one from Mary Kay today. I can do a review on that one if you guys like. I have a few Mary Kay products. I'm not sure if this is one I'll be repurchasing. With eyeliners especially, I tend to jump around between brands. I've never found something perfect. So I went in and smoked out that eyeliner a little bit. And then I took the shade Grip from that Vice 4 palette and built up the crease. I feel like I should have done that in the first place rather than keep trying to build up the blues. Then with the Celestial powder, I did what I believe actually turned out to be my final highlight there. Next, I took my Sumptuous Knockout Mascara from Estee Lauder. Just kind of filled in the lower lash line first, and then the upper lash line. I really exaggerated the lower lash line because, not that I'm trying to hide behind this look, but I kind of felt like the more of it that was concentrated right at the eye where I was concerned about having issues of wateriness, the less would be visibly smudged. And then yeah, I got mascara on myself. Of course. Great job, Andrea. And there's kind of the finished look.
Okay guys, I am back after finishing doing this look and finishing up my face makeup and everything. I think something I'm noticing, I'm gonna have to tweak the lighting a little bit because it totally looks like I don't have any blush or contour going on, and man, is it, when I look in the mirror, it is there. It is, oh my gosh. But anyway, this is how everything came out, and I think it really kind of fit our purpose of doing something that is a little less strict, a little less polished, put together, but still looks like really slate. So if you happen to like this look, put a like down at the bottom. You can visit me on social media. That's like maybe on the sides here. I don't know if I'll have room today. If it's not on the sides, it's down in the description. Other than that, I guess like, comment, share, subscribe, visit me on social media, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye!